much, so it's gonna go that much quicker?
Right, so basically, anytime you're cutting a new facet into a meet point, you're gonna go between something, like just every time. So if the two facets that you're putting a new one between, if they're very close to each other in angle or in index, the best way to think about it is there's not a lot of material to remove. So if we think about like something like this, and you're putting a new facet at an angle, you've got a whole bunch of stuff to remove. If you've got two facets like this, and you're trying to just kind of glide in a new facet here, there's so little material to remove that it's just gonna go faster.
Turn the motor off and do it by hand.
Turn the motor off and do it by hand. Another good
Yes, I don't know. I brought two. And they all look the same. Fire off. That's why I try to, kind of. Oh, yeah. Okay, now, one thing that you want to do is you see how you were holding that above? You want that light right on. See that crack light up? Now, the other thing I didn't talk about here, up there, what else do you see? You see those cracks and stuff. What other features going on here? You should be able to see it from your side. Don't shake your hands. What is it? What do you see?
Cracks and zoning.
Zoning. Huge. I mean, that's huge. And quartz especially. So, because amethyst is always zoned. So if we ignore the cracks, which kind of, we're done with this rough right now, you have to decide, hey, is that zoning going to let me make whatever I want to make? Because to get this zoning on this side to work, you're going to have to orient the stone exactly that way. So when you use a rough, you're trying to look at it, that side splash is coming, the side splash coming at your eye. It's going to mess with you. Each of these has this little hooded deal. So I can do, well, if I had a loop, I can do this, and I'm not getting that side splash. This is just like with that lamp. You put your eyes on the dark side, that's here. It's the same technique. But you hold it in your hand. They're mine. Yeah. As you rotate the stone, I'm using a reflective light, and you look for a flash. You look for little flashes, actually. Should be right there. You see them light up? Those are tiny little cleavages opening up. So this crystal grew that way. All right. In fact, I can see another one here. Parallel. It's right there. You'll find one axis that's paler than the rest.
Yes.
You want to find the strongest color. Avoid this color. In this case, it's going to be about here. It's going to be 90 degrees off. That's table.
I see.
You want that strong color face up. If you do that lighter color face up, it's going to pale out the stone. And that's true in tourmaline. Actually, this one. No, these aren't great tourmaline examples for because I picked them because they are pretty consistent. Yeah, we only need one. We don't want to get too much out. So a tourmaline, same sort of thing. You've got that, kind of the obvious color. Whichever one you like better is the one you want to face up. Though there's some other rules about tourmaline, but that was last year's presentation. that gets into, we get into the weeds pretty quick. But in both cases, if you cut on the paler side, or in the tourmaline's case, the side you don't like as much, that'll be the primary color face up. And it'll blend whatever the other color is. In aquamarine, because it's kind of a pale color, it's the same color to paler tone, it just blends, not a big deal. Tourmaline, you're going to get a mix of that, what do you call that, kind of yellowy green with that bluey green. For the project I have these for, to blend them, these are going to be rounds, that's perfectly fine, they're happy with it. But if you were to choose something with like, if this were green and that were kind of like swamp brown, you would want to minimize those ends. And there's faceting techniques to do that. If you blend the two, were you at last year's thing? No, you're welcome to ask one of the guys, because I have a slide where I deliberately cut tourmaline like this on the bad axis. That swamp, it was a swamp ground. And it flashed face up. It was murky brown, but it flashed the one at green. My shots that we bought it. Okay, fine. But you typically try to avoid that. You want to anyway. Yeah. But like these are gonna have a color change too. If you take them outside, they're actually more purple. And these other two are just kind of, well, that's weird, different.
Yeah, I can ask you about that.
Yeah, because neither of them are spessor tight. This is moving that direction. I don't even know what this is. It's just it's a cool thing. I'm gonna find out.
Can I ask you what is the difference between the look of those two pieces of rock? Because I see both. One looks like a pebble. If I saw it on the ground, I may not even know it was a gem. And I see that a lot. And the other one looks more like a gem. Is one alluvial and one from the mine?
That is probably a solid 75% of the answer.
Which one's alluvial?
No, let me qualify for you. These are definitely alluvial, no question whatsoever.
Because they're smooth?
Well, because they're frosted surface. This is what a water-worn surface looks like. They fall out of the matrix, tumble down the stream over eons, and we find them.
Right.
In Tanzania and other places, this may have started as an alluvial piece, but they comp them out to get rid of the crud because they know they can get a higher price for clean material versus not. Or maybe this garnet forms in such a way that when it comes, like saprolite will form in what's called potatoes. They're kind of fish-shaped. It comes in it's like this bug in the rock. Some of the lenses are huge, but yeah, that's a potato. And so what they'll do with things like this is they'll break this up because these little bits here are all usable. In this case, for melting, I mean, almost nothing.
Right.
But you get shapes like that. This potato, in this case, this came out of a mine, I can tell by the shape. But sometimes these will come out whole, get water worn, and they'll find this big nugget, they go, okay, crunch. So it's alluvial, but it's not, then somebody cobbed it afterwards. And that's the proper name, it is cobbing.
So when
That is an
somebody
awesome
says
specimen.
they're...
Came out of my mind.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, wow.
So when they're saying they're cleaning the surface at the mine, and it looks like they're taking a knife and just doing this, does it mean they're making it look like that one that was started off?
That's a maybe.
Maybe.
Well, so like this potato he just handed us.
This one.
Right. So what they could be doing, and that's the whole idea that we're not concerned about identifying the inclusions, just locating them. So like this piece of rough, we know that despite the size, you only have that to work with. You see how it's clean up here? Clean-ish. The rest of this is lost. So if you get this, if you want to buy this piece, I would mentally say, okay, let's pretend it's 5 grams. That section, looks like it might be 2 grams. So I would buy this as a 2-gram piece rather than paying for 5 grams. At least I would try. I'd have to get him to agree. That's how the game works.
Yeah.
So with that, where it is.
Trash down here. Great color. Aspiration is what produces a star. Star sapphire or cacti fiber. I think it was one in here that I looked at that had a little bit. It's just a different type of amethyst. And in a pinch, my dad was blind as bad. I shouldn't say that. He couldn't see up close. And he went to Brazil. And he knew I was cutting back in the 70s. And he lost some Brazilian operations.
It's okay.
Yeah.
And then so after that, you can more clear to know what's the situation between the like critical angle. Like the stones are icons, reflect index, reflect index. Yeah. And then because some diagram it's not for to the maybe amethyst or amethyst something like the quartz family.
Yeah.
And then they will if you cut maybe we choose maybe barrels diagram and then we use in the quartz material. And if you not adjust this angle, it might possible be you got a big windows.
I see.
Thing about this, every time when I see the stone, I will remember first that what is critical angle. Okay, if
Depending on the material.
yeah, depending on his reflecting
Index.
reflect index. Usually we will have a material if we cut very limit about the stone, then the height is very important. Yeah, because right like sapphire is RRS 1.75, and then that means we can use not very thick stone.
And it can be thinner.
Yeah, they can be thick.
Yeah.
But the same outer space, maybe his wife, compared to the empathy, he cannot use.
Ah, okay.